should do that.
What's going on, everybody? Rapid fire, 2 fucking Patreon hangouts in 2 days. Wanted to make sure that we did one earlier in the day because of our EU friends. Although our Dan is not here. Our Dan, yeah. Also, for some people who might be watching, there were a couple of people who were a little bit confused that they didn't get the hangout link. It's the way Patreon cycles. If when I go through the first of the month, once like payments went through at the first of the month, then I just add everybody to the Google contacts and like. So unfortunately, when people like sign up on Patreon in like the first week, then they have to wait like 3 weeks to get into one. It sucks, but it's just
Shit.
I had somebody. I did have somebody early on a few months back. Signed up for $20 and I sent them a hat and everything before their payment went through, and then before their payment went through, they canceled.
Oh.
Yep. So
yeah,
I don't do that.
I say we find that guy.
That makes sense.
I say we find that guy and we beat the shit out of him.
That's a great way to get a free hat.
I couldn't find their Twitter or anything, like, you know. I just
really wanted that shitlord hat.
I guess so.
Really wanted to, yeah.
I guess so. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Good.
Roommate is not going to be home tonight, so I'm going out drinking, going to be out late, and going to come back at like 4 in the morning.
Oh.
I'm debating whether or not we will be doing D&D tonight.
Oh, I'm jelly. I haven't been able to join a proper D&D session in ages. I'm playing Shadowrun right now, and that's it.
Well, I've been running the same campaign for about 1.5 years, but I apparently have strep throat, so I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to talk for the entire 4.5 hours.
Oh, sad times.
I had strep
Text
once,
to
that's
speak.
the worst.
Are you doing
just
3.5?
It's like a tradition.
5e.
You doing 3.5, or are you doing Pathfinder or 5th edition or what?
5e.
Ah, that's not bad. As long as it's not 4th. It's just the one that skips over.
No, it is
Doesn't
not
exist.
I just
Like
hate how
Windows
in
Vista or 8, we don't talk about that.
No,
Just hate how in 5th everything is magic. Everything is magic.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't think I've actually gotten to do a pen and paper role-playing game in like 9 years. That's wild.
Maybe you should host one like another popular YouTube celebrity.
I tried playing D&D. I tried playing D&D once with a couple of friends from Jeff's Discord, and it turned horrible because the DM was a complete asshole.
Oh.
I won't name names because I'm not a cunt. So.
What?
Some people are just not fun to play with.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I do miss playing it. I mean, that used to be like a huge central part of my life for a long time, but just it's been a long time. Long time.
What you got there, Arrow?
That's the starter set rulebook for 5th edition. I still have it lying around.
I think the only ones that I still have. I have my huge collection of old Cyberpunk 2020 books. I have my collection, or I don't have a collection. I have like 2 World of Darkness books left. I sold the rest. I couldn't get rid of Guide to Technocracy. It's too good. Oh, too good. But my pride and joy is I have a series of rule books for a game called Cult with a K. Cult with a K. It's a really, really not well-known role-playing system at all. But like just reading the rule book makes you feel like you're holding something that's evil. It's really cool.
I may have to take a look at that. I've been collecting as many of those different systems as I can get my hands on.
It's really amazing. It makes Call of Cthulhu look like a walk in the park. It really does.
Oh God.
Good. I need something like that.
Jeff, have you ever heard of Fatal?
Oh yeah. Oh God.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Oh, never played it, but
Hail. Jesus.
How
many rules do you really need for fucking, you know?
Skipping on to other nerdy interests, I was looking at a mini that I wanted to paint for the box, and I must say that Noise Marines are terrible now. They don't have the guitar sonic weapons anymore. They've got these stupid tubes. It's awful.
They look like shit.
I'm trying to look for something to put in there, but I really can't find it. The only thing that I found is Forge World's Cacophonies, which is like a Heresy era.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
It's been sad times. Sad times.
Yeah,
It's a shit time.
I do miss tabletop gaming. That was a lot of fun. But yeah,
I'll be honest. From what I've heard, Warhammer isn't doing so well lately.
Isn't
sales and
isn't like a branch of feminism trying to break into like
Yeah.
gaming, and it's gotten really bad for the community.
yeah.
Did
Sorry,
you
I
not
hate to
see?
use that word, but you know.
TLDR's video on that
Let's
was
shut the
hysterical.
feminism fuck up.
Yep. Did you hear the Peter letter to Games Workshop saying, "Please don't use fur. There's nothing impressive about this.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Well, what?
nothing in the grim future of the 41st millennium could ever compare to the fur trade. You know, the sacrifice, the death, the planet's being destroyed."
You guys about that? You guys have seriously got to check out Arch Warhammer's demolishing of that particular letter.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
I think
that's
I actually came across that video, and if it's the one I think it is, it was very amazing. And I don't even play the game, but it was still amazing.
Yeah, because Exterminatus isn't a thing at all. No.
Yeah,
not at all.
the thousands of psychers that are sacrificed to keep the Emperor alive. You know, they don't. No, it doesn't exist at all.
Nah, fur trade. Fur trade is the great evil. The great evil.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the man farts out warp storms.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
you know, it's pure misogyny because the emperor of mankind, is a man.
I know. Where are the female space marines? I mean, come on. Think about it.
I
Right.
mean, it's also, it kind of reminds me of those feminists who are trying to like break into like, or trying to invade like metal too. Like this YouTuber that I like named Razor Fist did a really good video on that. It's like, holy shit! It's like if you don't like offensive content, don't listen to metal.
Oh my god.
Oh, have you seen the there's a pen and paper RPG that actually focuses on feminism and
I need to know what this is. I need to know this.
Cringed
Let's play this
internally.
shit.
I just cringed internally, and I'm like, I'm dying
I'm about
now.
to look this shit up. What is it?
hang on, it's on my phone. Do.
Also, hi Tanuki, welcome back.
The splat book in question was called like Feminist Revolution or something like that. Oh baby, do you sneeze?
Viva la revolution!
Do you get wild debuffs if you play a man?
Men are banned.
What did I miss in like 5 seconds?
Do you earn less gold if you're a man?
Yeah,
No,
you only
I'm
get
sure you
76
learn.
pieces
I'm
on
sure
the
you
board.
earn less if you're a woman,
Well, if it's
and that's part of the
feminist,
problem.
Well, I'm saying if it's a feminist D&D thing, wouldn't the women want like earn more than the men?
You get 73% of all XP.
Okay, it is Bellummaga. Bellummaga.
Jesus Christ, Jen. See, I'll share this with the fucking from a conversation that happened off cam. We won't get too much into it or anything.
Oh, no.
But this is supposed to be representative of a certain somebody's roommate when was spotted naked. That's
Oh
there.
no! Damn it, Jeff!
I didn't say whose roommate.
It doesn't matter. You can say it's mine. I don't care.
Mm.
There you
What
go.
did you call it, Jen? Her FERPA? Her FERPA?
Holy fuck!
Jen, you know
There you
why I
go.
love you so much?
In the Google Hangouts link, check that one up on screen, Jeff. That is just pimp that Amazon page right there.
Role-playing? Oh my god, hang on. Let's share this.
It has MAGA in the name. It has
It's all
MAGA
about
in
Gaia.
the name.
Oh, holy shit!
Role-playing the feminist resistance. It's free?
Oh,
We gotta play
Oh
this.
my god,
Jeff, don't.
Yeah.
I gotta play this.
Jeff, we need to play this with memory so bad.
Oh my god, right? Oh shit, here, hang on, let's
Roll for triggering.
Oh god, and it's so badly written too. My story starts the day I died. It's a tad cliche, I know, but it's actually true, not just for me, but for my sisters, no period, in the struggle to save this world. But before we get to my story, let me tell you another one. A sad one. Oh Jesus. Oh, that's
Never heard
right.
of Pickahole, Iowa.
Oh, she's got a tentacle in her backpack.
That's edgy.
Is it an anime rape tentacle?
What the fuck
Of
is this?
course it is.
It's also a very insular town with a population of just under 6,000. The three non-white families are treated and viewed as if they're zoo exhibits and are known with utmost respect as the Nigger Johnsons. What?
The
The Go Mexies and the Chink Chans. What the fuck is this?
I want to play now.
Like many a small town Saturday night is either football in the fall or party night for the teens of the lake where a sad, chubby little girl named Tammy Winters is raped twice, one at age 15, once again at
related
16.
to Christy Winters.
What the fuck is this?
Wait. So is this ironic or is this not ironic? Because I can't
think it's legit. I don't think it's a pose.
That's
if
just
it's
an
a pose,
expansion,
then
my
my
god, that's a glorious pose.
This is one of those things where it's just like, holy shit, is this
You can't
or
tell.
not?
You can't
How
tell.
can this be real?
Oh my god, this is so bad. There's a rite, there's like a satanic rite where Tammy Winters died and Minerva Winters was born. Minerva? Minerva was my nickname on the streets and in the clubs I'd beg myself into, hoping some guy would buy me a drink close enough for me to steal some cash out of his pocket. Well, he thought I was giving him a hand job.
What?
The fuck is this?
Seriously, if this is a Poe, they put way too much work into that fan art.
We need to play this. We need to play this.
Okay, we'll
Just
play
don't say this.
I am so in.
Promise me I can ingest alcohol, please, before I do this.
She's got a fucking writable broomstick. She's lighting her cigarette with her own finger, and she's standing on a severed man's head. This is
well, yeah. They gotta have the broomstick because.
What was that gun?
The worst part of all of this is the setting is based around Gaia being the feminine earth spirit, and it's being repressed by all the hate and anger of the male-based serpent god.
Dude,
and
because it's a
dick-centric.
penis. Because it's a penis.
Yes.
Okay, I had to stop crocheting for that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the problem I have is now all this is going to turn up in my recently viewed items, and it's going to try to base suggestions off of it. I am doomed.
Suggested for you.
It's like your entire thing is like, oh, I have everything right and everything's good and it's got me all figured out, and then all of a sudden it's like on maybe iTunes you go, I'm gonna get like Last Christmas by ABBA, and then it's like you get it and just fucks everything up.
Yep.
Wow.
Did you mean My Little Pony?
Dad, don't start.
I wasn't gonna say anything. The only thing I was gonna say was it starts out where it's just like, oh, I see you've been looking at a lot of metal, but now you've gotten ABBA. Well, maybe you like dicks in your face, you faggot. That's I can't take credit for that. That's a Brian Posehn joke.
Don't judge me, Amazon.
What the fuck? Okay, I'm being a total snoop right now. I grabbed my my roommate's sketchbook, and she has a thing in here that says she wrote this: "Beautiful cinnamon roll, too good for the world, too pure."
Oh God.
What does this even mean?
What?
So you crossed one line with your roommate, and now you just keep going. You keep pushing it further and further. Do you want to go rifle through and find her dildo or something?
She's writing poetry about her pastries.
Oh man. Oh, that's almost as bad as the person in chat who has the Nazi fetish.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Poking fun.
Take all of her bad poems and start uploading to DeviantArt, and then see if you can get a following based on it, and then just reveal to her at the end.
Oh my god.
You have a bad pastry poem. That's
I don't know
500
where her
bucks.
other ones are. That's the only one in there right now. I know she writes that kind of stuff all the time, though. Because she'll, like, talk to herself about it. It's really weird.
Zombie, your roommate has a very unhealthy relationship with food.
Yeah, that's probably why
I think her roommate has a very unhealthy relationship with a living.
I think that's why she doesn't like my boyfriend, because she's upset that she can't have one, so she needs to compensate by eating food.
Aww.
Oh, that's hey, I eat my sadness.
Who needs a boyfriend? She has food, like cucumbers.
Ooh. I wonder if she's into sploshing.
What?
Wait, what's that?
You don't know what sploshing is?
Okay,
No.
Is
This is going to be an interesting stream.
Inside the thing, and then it goes.
Oh no! So splashing is getting sexually aroused by dumping food into your underpants and your clothing, like just like yeah.
That's some Urban Dictionary shit right there.
Oh, I was
dude.
thinking about splorging.
That's blogging. No, splashing. I first heard about it on like Real Sex on HBO back in like '99 or some shit like that. And it's got this woman, and she's pretty attractive, but she's like shoving chocolate cake into her panties and like groaning and shit. Is weird.
Oh my god!
Cannot in any way not result in an infection.
Hey,
Yeah.
You mentioned far too many fetishes for this to be a coincidence at this point.
my gender is yeast infection.
Every time I think
My
we're
pronouns
reaching the
are
limits of
blue and
Rule
waffle.
34, shit like this.
What was that, Tim?
Just saying, every time I think we might be reaching the limits of Rule 34, shit like this comes up.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Oh no! You do not know the limits of Rule 34. Not at all.
It has no
It
limits.
goes to a very,
Honestly?
very dark place.
And that's
Honestly,
just how we like
I'm
it.
kind of happy about that because I hadn't heard of this, and I kind of wish I still hadn't.
So, Average Heretic was asking, "How do you discover you have that fetish?" I imagine it involves a wildly catastrophic egg cracking accident or something.
I mean, how do we like? Then that begs the question: how do people who like diaper fetishes discover that they have a diaper fetish?
I bet it's
They
just
shit their pants one time.
They look at the food and they go, "That's one hot fucking sandwich."
I want that inside me.
Oh fuck. Mm-hmm.
That's just horrifying.
You know, I'm gonna fuck that sandwich later.
So when you have a sandwich with
So-
nothing but
so
pickles
are
in
we-
it.
Are we getting into food porn in the literal sense now?
Yes, it seems that way.
Looks like I picked the right stream to come in on this month.
Yeah.
Hey.
Talking about
But
fucking
real
food.
quick, I
Bumming
real quick
yourself
I need
with
to
a pastrami.
but real quick I need to talk about some Steel Panther.
No. No.
What?
Why?
Wait, what? What? I don't
What?
understand.
Because
Tanuki, explain
because
yourself.
Jeffrey, I simply can.
No.
Tanuki?
No.
I'm
Yeah.
Every stream now, we have to talk about Steel Panthers for some reason. I don't know why. It just keeps happening.
Because they're as relevant now
Explain
as they ever
yourself.
have been.
Your daughter is confused.
Obviously, I
Oh,
missed something.
The stream last night, Jeff said how much he hated Steel Panther, and so obviously I have to talk about Steel Panther now.
What is
Right.
Steel
Now,
Panther?
Jeff, quick question. Does that say that they are more relevant than they previously were and they continue to be, or that they're just not relevant still?
They're just so
They are-
bad. They're so bad.
Is it a
That's why
band?
they're so
It's a
good.
band. It's a band.
That's why they're
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
They're like 80s glam metal, but made now, and largely they're parody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet somehow Jeff appreciates Rucka Rucka Ali, but doesn't like Steel Panther.
You know why I don't
Rucka's
like Steel
funny.
Panther? I have this stripper friend of mine who's obsessed with Steel Panthers. She played it way too often, way too much. And it was,
Oh.
my God.
that's how I feel about
sorry.
Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I had a friend just for a month straight. He like played their entire album while we were like driving around and whatnot, and he had to always listen to it. It was just the same songs over and over and over. Then
My
one day I
cousin
woke
did
up.
that.
Yeah, I just woke up one day and go, you know what? I hate fucking Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
Fuck that band.
Yeah,
I can do
don't
worse
blame
than
you.
that. My ex used to watch John Carpenter. No, not John Carpenter. You know the Fly movie with same
Jeff
actor and everything.
Goldblum,
Jeff
David
Goldblum. That's the
Cronenberg.
one I'm
David
thinking of. Yes,
Cronenberg's The
was
Fly.
Cronenberg. She watched that basically every day, literally triple digits. I've seen that movie, and by the end of it, I still hate it.
Yeah.
Even a clip of that movie, it's just
No,
ruined.
That movie is fantastic. Get out
No,
of my
it's
sight.
really not.
I kept-
Out of my sight.
Ugh.
One of these days, I gotta sort of introduce all of you to Danish folk polka music. That's when it
Ooh.
starts getting
Folk,
hardcore.
wait, folk, polka?
Folk polka?
Polka.
Folk polka.
Ah, that
Cool.
sounds
Post
awesome.
glam speed folk. It's
I-
pretty obscure though. You've probably never heard of it.
That's when music
It's
starts
because
getting
only I
hardcore.
make it.
Such a hipster, I once hired and commissioned a band just to go into a bunker to play one song commissioned explicitly for me so I could kill them off. And only I've heard it. That's how the limit.
God,
I'm
don't
at.
cut yourself on that edge, homie.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, if you've ever been into a strip club for longer than 10 minutes, you've already heard enough Avenged Sevenfold to like fulfill your whole life. Like that's
I
all
haven't
they're
gone to
fucking
a
for.
strip club
I
yet, but I
hate
might.
going to strip clubs.
I
I
might.
thought
I
strip
might.
clubs would play like pop music.
No.
In Oregon, there's a
might-
lot of them that play like new metal kind of shit, like a lot.
Yep.
I might go into a strip. I might go to a strip club when I go to Vegas for my birthday next month. I'm not. We're still deliberating that.
Have you never
So
been
that's
in one?
where you're gonna get married.
I told you, Tim. We're not getting married in Vegas. God damn it.
I don't know. The only place to go to strip clubs in Minnesota is you have to go to like the dive ones that are like really shady. They're like super tiny, and that's the good ones to go to because they're just fun. Like, they're not full of creeps. They're just fun.
If I'm not mistaken, Oregon actually has the highest ratio of strip clubs per capita in the entire country.
Damn.
There's like a fuck ton of them. I mean, we have vegan strip clubs up in Portland.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Does it also have the highest?
Only in Portland. Only in Portland.
Yeah.
Does it also have the highest rate of fat women?
Do they have
No,
fat
no.
strippers?
Correlation.
There's I mean, obviously, if you go to like the dive strip bars, there's one place up in Portland called Mary's Club, and it's right downtown, and it's been well known. It's been well known. Like if you ever want to see a stripper with one hand or like an eye patch, that's where you go.
Oh my god.
You go
Yeah,
and see
like-
like just these mangled women who just can't strip anywhere else, and they strip at Mary's, and like it's fascinating. It's really interesting.
The one bad.
I'm getting
like,
urges I didn't know I had.
Right? You ever wanted to get jerked off by a fucking hook?
Dad, stop.
What?
No.
What?
Meanwhile, Jeff is fantasizing about some strip club in Innsmouth. That's the next step up from where you are.
Oh my god.
no, nothing
Dude,
compares
that's
to
all
Dirty
we're
Vegas.
Ugh.
Oh fuck, Dirty Vegas, man! It's the shittiest, most terrible fucking strip club you've ever been to,
What's it called?
and it's called Dirty Vegas, and you would never hear of it because it's in West Virginia, on a back road, on a back road of on a back road, and the whole reason people would go there, it's like it always ends up being like fucking kids in high schools with fake IDs getting in there, and the whole thing is. It's such a sleazy place that you can pay to rub lotion on the stripper's tits. And just like the whole place is just a hepatitis cesspool.
Yeah.
How desperate do you have to
Hey,
be
don't
to
get
classic.
me wrong. I
sexually
like rubbing
frustrated?
on
That sounds
no,
fun.
thank you.
There's a few.
Stop bad mouthing my apartment, Tanuki.
You have a lovely apartment.
We have there's a couple of different strip clubs here in town in Eugene. I think we have like 5 or 6 or something like that. For a town of like 100,000 people. Some of them are actually pretty nice, decent looking places when they're reasonably clean-ish. But there is one.
There's
And-
always one.
The one you go to.
No, I do not go to this place because like this place is rumored to be basically a huge prostitution ring, and it's really gross. I got dragged out to it one night when I was really drunk, and like all the girls there look. Well, yeah, I was really drunk, and when I was sober, I always turn people down. Like I'm not going there. It sounds disgusting, but I get dragged out there, and like all of the girls look soulless, and like.
Oh, I've been to those. Oh,
Yeah.
Those are
Like,
some fun places.
They smile at you, but their like eyes are just dead. You know.
That's so cool.
It's like seeing an abused dog almost.
Yeah, it fucked me up. They sobered me up like that.
It's like looking at zoo animals.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
Just
fucked
the
up.
lifelessness. It really is fucked up. That scars you for life.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, if I was with you, I'd just pay them to tell you about their dreams and how they've all been destroyed.
Oh
my
God!
Take you back to the champagne room.
That's my fetish.
It is the most guilt-ridden boner you will ever have.
Just fetish
That's a pretty
is
bold statement.
strippers whose dreams have been destroyed.
I feel so
stripper whose
bad
dreams
because we're all
haven't been
talking
destroyed.
about like horrible, dirty strippers, and Brian's over here wearing like a tie and like a dress shirt.
I'm a respectable person in a respectable office.
Hey, I'm a respectable member of society. It's just in the privacy of my own home, I'm a degenerate.
Yep. Dude,
I can identify with that.
Oh.
Degeneracy
Like,
is the new good.
The person
Sorry.
I act like in real life is completely different than how I act in online. Like in real life, I'm super peppy and happy and like it's sunshine and rainbows. But then when I'm home, I'm a grumpy old fuck.
It's okay, I was wearing a suit jacket.
Serious again. This is the
I was-
last time I cheer you up.
I was wearing a suit jacket before the stream, but I had to go get changed because I figured I'd be too formal. But yeah, I think I actually feel slightly more confident about wearing it next time.
Hey, I'm classing the place up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I'll wear a suit.
Actually,
so you won't see it.
I got a meeting I got to go to, but good hanging out with y'all. I will catch you later.
Goodbye.
Have fun.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Where's your pocket square?
I don't possess one.
I want to see you put. I want to see. Are you wearing your kilt?
No, not at the moment.
Real men wear kilts.
Jeff, I have to say, seeing you in that kilt, it's actually motivated me enough to actually want to get in shape.
Aw, yeah.
Aw.
I mean, I'm working on getting into shape too.
Yeah, it's just like I've looked at myself and it's just like, you're a fat fuck. You need to get in shape, man. You don't want to die by a fucking heart attack by the age of 30.
Right. Yeah. I hear you. I mean, I'm getting into shape. I worked out like crazy yesterday. I'm gonna work out today. But like for breakfast this morning, I had chili cheese fucking potato wedges.
I had wheat toast and coffee, black coffee. That was my breakfast. And tangerines the rest of the day for snacks, and then I had salmon and salad for lunch.
Salmon.
I am such an old lady. I had bran flakes, and I fucking love bran flakes. It's like my favorite cereal.
Hey, my alternative breakfast is oatmeal, so.
I really want to show off
Oatmeal is
this
delicious.
this back patch. I don't remember where I got this patch at all, but I gotta show it off. It's fucking badass.
Oh shit, son.
That's nice.
Cool.
You guys can see that? You can see that all right?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's really cool.
I love that.
Banksy's Molotov throwing bear. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah.
a bunch of that.
I don't remember where the fuck I got that thing from.
Honey Revolution!
Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Where did that back patch come
Fell into
from
my
with the
fucking
Molotov
chair.
bear?
God.
Yeah, the one that I'm wearing.
Oh. That
Remember who gave it
person
to
left.
us?
Oh.
Oh, well, whatever.
I feel like it was either Alex or
It was probably Alex. Yeah. Crazy
I'm going
fucking
to go
Alex.
have a smoke. I shall return shortly.
no, I think
Right
it
on,
was
man.
a t-shirt.
Is it a t-shirt? I don't know. I can't.
I don't really know how many people really give a shit. I don't give that much of a shit, but Sargon and Harmful Opinions are gonna do a stream later today.
They're streaming right now.
Oh, they're doing it right now? Okay.
Yeah, they actually started like an hour and a half ago. I was watching it right before we started.
What was like the starting topic?
Well, Candid. It's all about Candid.
That's
I've been kind of.
Yeah.
Again? I thought Kansas was dead by now.
No. No.
No.
It- most-
At any rate.
He's got to grind his axe till it's razor sharp.
yeah.
There's some specific concerns that are worth bringing up when it comes to Candid.
I agree, but I'm like at the same time, it's like I don't care. I don't use it, so I don't really give that much of shit.
It's so
Right.
funny that Blair just did a sponsored video today.
Oh yeah.
She did.
I'm
did.
thinking to myself, oh god, Harmful Opinions is gonna be reeing his ass off if he sees this.
I don't think so. You know, the thing is, I never had a problem with Blair doing it because Blair's channel isn't all about like being objective and skepticism. Blair's is like half shit posting, half like this is fucked up social commentary. So her making a Candid app video, like, it doesn't really matter, not to me at least. Oh, you want me to set it up on there? All right, hang on. You are so grumpy.
The main issue I have with Candid is the whole thing that Harmful Opinion showed off a couple weeks back, where you could apparently hide child porn conversations there.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that is
The
a bit of a
child porn thing was
concern.
not cool.
Well, I mean, at least on Candid, then you have to hide them, unless on like Twitter, where they're just out in fucking public.
That is true.
And on
that
fucking
was-
Discord too.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
But I think what revitalized this is Sargon made an op-ed video about community.
Yeah, autistic screaming.
Yeah, screech.
And the main topic of it was sponsored videos, specifically Candid. And like, I can understand Sargon's perspective from this now, because apparently he never saw Armored Skeptic's video on Candid, which is probably the biggest problem that people had with the whole situation.
Oh, that started it for sure.
You know,
That's true.
that's when I started actually giving a shit.
I think to this day I still haven't seen his. I've seen several others, and I saw the one with Harmful, and he brought up some good points. I don't necessarily buy into the full-blown conspiracy, but he brought up some really good points. So I was just like, you know what? It took me this long to even get on Twitter. I don't need it in my life.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I mean, and I have my problems with Twitter, but I still love it at the same time.
I still don't use Twitter. Well, I barely use
Twitter is my life. I'm like on Twitter pretty much every hour of the day. I love it.
The problem I have with Candid is it's not different. It's the same assholes that are on Twitter. It's the same assholes that are on Facebook. It's the same assholes that are on my Steam profile. So it doesn't distinguish itself in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, there are the CP controversy thing is still unproven. As far as I know, it's actually unproven. But I mean, that's an interesting concern. You know, that is a fucked up potential that it has.
If it's anything I've learned about humanity, once certain people in the world find things that they can exploit, they're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
It's a mild
surprised if
understatement.
it turned out that there was.
Total depravity is a thing.
The real question is it easier to exploit than the current systems they're using?
I think also, yeah, that is the question. I mean, and one of the other things that bothered me about it too is like the whole promotion for Candid was it's anonymous. Well, you can be fucking anonymous on anything.
Like, there's also
takes me like
Yik-Yak's
maybe
another app
3
that
minutes.
used to be, that was anonymous. For a while they weren't. You had to sign up with like an actual account, but then they went back to being anonymous a couple of months ago because they lost a shit ton of users when they changed that. It was pretty funny.
It's like anonymity for lazy people, you know?
It's a different community. I've always had this with chans as well, that compared to things like Reddit, a lot of the chans are a post is judged on the content rather than the person posting it. And to me, that's an appeal. But if you're trying to have any kind of consistent community or continuity or profile or presence, then that just doesn't exist there.
Right.
You can't hybridize the two, which is kind of what kind of tries to do with its whole groups thing, being able to create your own groups. You
Yeah, I don't know
can't
if it
create
works
and
very
moderate
well,
your own
though.
group and then pretend to be anonymous.
Right. And I mean, I suppose it's interesting. I don't know. Like my first real foray into the internet was MIRC, and like everybody's fucking anonymous on IRC.
Yeah.
You know? So, and you could also find anything you wanted on IRC, which was also the benefit.
What did the child bring you?
A yoga mat. He wants me to do cardio stuff like Memory does, but I'm not doing that.
Oh, he's so encouraging.
Yeah, he likes to do stretching with Memory, and like he dances around while she does her exercises. And
Oh yeah, I saw that while she did her video on the what was it, the panties that were meant for your periods.
The freebie panties.
No spoilers. I haven't watched that yet. I've been at work all day.
To be honest, I would probably only wear that kind of thing like if I went to bed overnight while I'm on my period, because sometimes when I put like a tampon in overnight or I have a pad, it'll like it overflows by morning, and I ruined a pair of underwear. So
I'm wearing them right now.
Whoa!
What a tampon!
What a twist!
No pun intended. Sorry.
Speaking of Shyamalan, has anyone seen Split yet?
Yep.
What'd you think? What'd you think?
It was good.
Honestly, I'm not gonna say what the twist is, but because of the twist, I got super excited. And the thing is, because it's part of the reason why that's my new favorite Shyamalan movie now. Oddly enough, my other one was Unbreakable, but yeah. But
yeah, I've heard that it's a really good movie.
I really liked it. I liked it a lot.
I as far as like the movie goes, composition wise, like it was good. The real gem of it is James McAvoy's performance.
Oh, yeah.
is incredible. He does such a really good job. Yeah, oh
I do
yeah.
love McAvoy.
Yeah, he's great. All the rest of it was just good. I wouldn't say it was incredible, but it was good. It was really good.
I think part of why the appeal is that people are comparing it to the last several movies that he's made, and they've been such shit that it's like.
Well, it's like Avatar, and then a few other horror films, and it's just
Avatar was so bad. Avatar was
Yeah, but
isn't it getting a sequel? Isn't Avatar getting a? Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking.
Yeah,
we're talking
Ferngully
about-
too.
We are not
There's like
speaking
4
about-
movies named Avatar.
But,
we're
yeah,
talking
it's
about the
it's
wrong
the last
movie.
Airbender.
Well, then call it the last Airbender. Damn it!
Well, it's called the actual source material is Avatar.
I know.
No, the actual source material is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Thank you very much.
We do not speak of that movie.
Was there a sequel to Pocahontas that they can copy from?
Probably. Yes, there was a sequel to Pocahontas.
There was.
Issues that you have with Shyamalan, like even some of his bad ones, like The Village was really, really well shot. The pacing was great. It's just the end. The twist was shit.
My favorite bad Shyamalan movie is The Happening. That's my
Me
favorite.
too.
That's so.
I love that movie.
It's.
I've
so
never watched it.
fucking
I
amazing.
love that movie.
Yeah,
I think it's fucking great.
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh wow.
I never watched The Happening, but The Village had a very anticlimactic ending.
And that's what ruined it. Yeah.
To be
But
honest,
there's
premise.
one reason. There's one reason why M. Night Shyamalan, even with Split, will, in my eyes, never be fully redeemed. Never. I don't think he can ever do it. Unless we get an Unbreakable 2, he's never going to be able to beat this. He is responsible for After Earth.
That is true.
Oh,
God.
Well,
I forgot about that.
He unleashed Jaden fucking Smith on us.
I did hear something kind of interesting. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard some rumors that Will Smith took over a large chunk of what happened behind the camera.
I don't care.
I
don't
just
care.
find that interesting.
Well, we know Will Smith wrote the damn thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Which it was trash.
Never
His
seen it.
acting was trash. His son's acting was trash. The story was trash. There's nothing redeemable in that movie
The
whatsoever.
accents were trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that movie like?
What was that accent?
My father, Cypher Wage. Oh.
Didn't they do, wasn't there Your Movie Sucks on that one? I think there was. And it
Yeah,
was
Your Movie
amazing.
Sucks. Yeah, he did that video on that.
You know what I
he did a whole
wanted to know
Shyamalan
in After Earth? The only thing I really wanted to know in After Earth. Why did Will Smith's parents decide to name their child Cypher Rage? I couldn't think of anything else in the entire
Scientology, that's why.
Why?
Scientology.
Prophecy.
He probably asked Jaden, like, Jaden, what do you want to be named in this movie that I'm writing about you? Cypher Wage. Oh, it's
No,
good.
no. His name was Katai. Cypher Rage was the dad.
That's right. Yeah. Katai.
Name me Katai, Dad.
Sounds like a goddamn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles villain.
I know, right?
Damn.
Speaking
My
of our
father is
childhood,
the most renowned.
speaking of
My
our
father
childhood,
is the most renowned
did
ghoster.
anybody see that cartoon, Static Shock, at all?
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
WB?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard rumors that Jaden Smith might be playing him in a movie.
Oh.
Why?
That was
I've just gone through so many of those cycles I've seen.
Oh, speaking. Okay, to quickly transition into this other point, the actor who plays him, Phil Lamar, he plays Samurai Jack, and I just saw the trailer for the new Samurai Jack series, and I am so fucking excited.
It looks
I
awesome.
am so
Yeah.
Days ago, it
excited.
looks
Oh my god!
amazing.
I know.
Don't get too hyped for it. Don't get too hyped for
I
it.
can't-
Don't
I
let the
can't
hype
do
train
it.
run away.
Jack.
I can't not do it. I'm sorry.
It's been so many years. I mean, what
Yeah.
has Gendy Tartovsky been doing all this time? I mean, he
I
did
don't
Sons of
know.
Arctic Titan.
There is
Oh,
nothing
Samurai
solid
Jack
to
was so
Samurai
good.
Jack.
It got canceled way too early. I love that show.
Yeah, but what's he been doing since then?
I don't know. To be
What do I
honest.
care? He's been writing scripts for Samurai Jack.
Preparing all this time,
Oh my
getting it
God.
mastered.
So
This
excited.
shit will last for ages.
Honestly, it's the same thing if they actually ever did get around to reviving Firefly. I don't care if Joss Whedon is a huge piece of shit. If they got around to that, I would watch it, and I would
See,
be
I'm
super
a
hyped for it.
And people would find some reason to
I'm a
fucking
pleb.
complain about it.
Never
Because-
watched Firefly and no urge to watch it. The fans have ruined it for me.
I prefer
Yeah,
Buffy and
same.
Angel over Firefly. I'm sorry.
Never
but
watched Buffy.
Those series ran their course.
I love I love Buffy.
I finally did watch Firefly, and I will admit that it was a good series, but it is way fucking overhyped.
It is.
Yeah, no, it is. It is absolutely overhyped. And
I think
it's
part of the
overhyped.
I think
but-
the hype came from the fact that it wasn't allowed to finish.
Yeah.
Neither was Farscape, and Farscape was a better fucking show than Firefly.
I've never heard
Oh,
of
I
it.
really enjoyed Farscape.
Farscape also got like 5 seasons.
The
Jeff,
remake
you're-
of Battlestar Galactica was awesome, but that ended.
That's true.
Jeff, do you
Everything
remember? Do you remember Lex?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I have that on DVD.
Lex is pretty alright. Lex is better than the Kevin Sorbo one. What the fuck was that?
Babylon 5 is better than Firefly.
Yes, agreed.
Babylon 5 is great.
I'm just going to
Thank
check
you.
see if the chat's exploding right now.
Does anybody have an opinion on the new Star Trek that's coming out? The new
I
series.
don't care.
Just talking
Don't
about
watch
this.
I
it.
don't like Star Trek, so I don't really give a shit.
Isn't it got pushed back like way back, didn't it? Recently.
They're not even finished anywhere near casting it.
I don't quite understand why they keep trying to go backwards. Always backwards. Like,
that bothers me
I
too.
can actually explain that to an extent.
I mean, I kind of get it, but I don't like it.
You have to introduce it to a new generation. All the people that watched here, well, they're not really interested in action movies as much anymore.
How would you explain it, Mizadi?
Well, to an extent, the whole thing is they're afraid to try new IPs because they're afraid that they're not going to catch on. Whereas you have stuff like Star Trek, where they already know that it's a successful franchise, and they're trying to bank off of the name and the characters, which they can go ahead and change to fit the newer generation.
See, this is why I appreciate John Wick so much, because in the more recent years, it was a new IP, and now we have John Wick 2 coming out, which I hear is really good. And what I'm bummed about, though, is that my boyfriend seems to think that it's not going to make any money, so we're never going to get like anything else with it, which kind
The
of
first
sucks.
the first one had a very terrible initial release, and they made up a lot of that ground in
It was a
releases.
sleeper hit. It was a sleeper hit, which
sure.
kind of sucks.
I'll be really honest though. I really like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. I
They're
really like them.
entertaining.
They're good as their own thing. But honestly, I think they could have been their own thing. They didn't need to be Star Trek, and that's the problem.
That's
Agreed.
because Star Trek was never about action, and those are action movies.
Exactly.
They're great. They're great action movies. I think they're really well done. But like, if I want to watch Star Trek, that's not really what I'm going to go for necessarily. But
So it could have been like
I find it
kind
kind of funny that Zoe Saldana not only she was in Star Trek. She didn't play the green skin girl, right? I find it funny that she was in that, and then she gets cast as Gamora and gets to play the green skin.
Right. I will say, if there's a movie that I would have loved to have seen that got trashed, it was Guillermo del Toro doing it at the Mountains of Madness, and then they signed Brad Pitt
God, I
to
wanted
be
that
the
so
main.
bad.
And then Brad Pitt.
No. What's his name? Terry Gilliam. There was this movie that he was gonna do with Johnny Depp. It was a movie about Don Quixote. But there's a documentary about all the behind the scenes stuff about it, and it was gonna be like this really big passion project for Terry Gilliam, but because of budgetary problems and the setting that they were shooting in, it never panned out, and it sucks.
Yeah, he's actually still actively doing that right now.
Oh, he is.
It will be like the last footage of John Hurt now that he's passed, because he has a ton of footage, but he's still actively working on that project right now.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't realize he was still working on it.
I want the Ranger Apprentice films. I want them. They have to be made. I want them. They have to be made.
Yeah.
Those books were amazing.
The Man Who Killed Don Quixote. I guess now it's starring Adam Driver.
Adam Driver. Who's that again? That name sounds
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Oh, I fucking hate that guy. Seriously. No, fuck Kylo Ren. Oh, dude, don't even get me started.
He's not a bad actor. It's just that they don't cast him right.
Yeah.
He was really good in this new Scorsese film.
He's
a good actor.
The only other thing I know him from is Girls, and Girls.
I knew it.
So no.
I think Girls is cancer to television.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chad, if that makes you explode. But
now that we have decent CG,
It's-
can we
it's
maybe get
lean-
some decent cyberpunk movies?
Oh,
right.
Well, we are. Well, it's not cyberpunk necessarily,
Speaking
but we
of
are.
CG,
We're getting that new Blade Runner movie.
That is
I think it's going to
absolutely
be fucking amazing.
That is absolutely cyberpunk. Like Blade Runner is one of the is like the original cyberpunk movie.
I have mixed feelings on how I feel about it because I love the original Blade Runner, but I'm not the biggest Ryan Gosling fan. Not the biggest. I saw La La Land and I liked him in that, but at the same time, it's like.
Well,
There
there's
was
that
nothing
new.
exceptional to that movie.
He's got a face that I just want to punch.
There's
I don't
that new Ghost in the Shell game, so hopefully that IP might get some love soon. Be nice to see a decent sequel.
Yeah, but the whitewash controversy around that has just—it's been so ridiculous.
Dude, it looks phenomenal.
It looks so fucking good.
It recreates so many of the scenes from the original in the trailer, and I'm like,
Shot for shot.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's to me like this sense of passion that goes into that if you're willing to go that extra length. And the issue I have with the idea that the character's being whitewashed is when people
She's
say
not
that.
white.
Well, no,
I mean,
that's the thing.
she's not
your
human.
physical body doesn't matter because if you live in a world where you can change your body on a whim, if you have the money, then who you used to be doesn't matter anymore. You could,
more.
If you identified as like, a fat black woman, you could get a cyborg body as a fat black woman.
Yeah.
Well,
moreover,
also-
cyberpunk does not focus on race and never has. It's not about race. It's about humanity. It's about the It's like post-human.
Shadowrun disagrees.
Well, also in the context of that conversation, they actually polled a shit ton of people in Tokyo, in like Shinjuku Station. They were like, the original work, she had big ass eyes because we Americanized everything. We don't give a fuck if she's white or not. Like, watch the original
Japan
anime.
really doesn't care that much. They
Doesn't
really
give
don't.
a fuck.
That's like the
No,
whole
in fact,
controversy
quite a
with
few people were like, "Oh, she looks really good. She looks like she should be doing this, etc., etc."
She looks like Major.
Yeah,
As long as they don't recast a black person, because as we know, Japanese people have a slight problem with African Americans.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. They really, really do.
It's like the controversy with the Great Wall.
Oh,
That was a
Oh,
stupid
that.
movie. I'm sorry,
I've
but
not
that was
seen
just
it.
a
The
stupid
movie
movie.
premise just seems stupid.
Yeah, of course.
it's a dumb movie, but it's the same concept though.
Yeah, but the director,
Where it's just like
he's a Chinese director, isn't he? And he wanted
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
I was
specifically.
actually the casting director was like all the people that were in the casting like part of the project, they were all Chinese.
Yeah.
It looks
if
like
they
a
want
Chinese
Matt
film.
Damon and Matt Damon wants to do it, let him do it. Like, what are you bitching about? A bunch of white people have nothing to do with any of it, bitching about it.
Yeah, you have 5 or 6 white actors in it. You have 50 or 60 crew.
There's also that because Doctor Strange came out and they had Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One, and people were mad that it's a white person playing what is it, Tibetan character, but yet people didn't have an issue with the genders being flipped, but the races being flipped is suddenly a problem.
Well, and the reason why they did that is because
I know, because China doesn't like Tibet.
Right.
China doesn't like Tibet.
Yeah, Kevin Feige said if we would have cast a traditional character too, then we would have been blamed for using a stereotype. We were fucked either way we went there.
Yeah. But
And it's true.
I thought it was really cool because in Doctor Strange they make her like like a person who's like Celtic and everything, and I'm like, that's something you don't see very often, and I appreciate that.
Not just that, Tilda Swinton is the most androgynous actor.
I love
No fucking kidding.
I love
Like,
her so
you were
much.
literally complaining about a fucking blank slate human being. Like, where were you pissing and moaning when she was in fucking Constantine? As
The
Gabriel?
first time I watched Constantine, I thought that was a man. I thought that was a really feminine man.
I will watch anything with Tilda Swinton. I fucking love her as an
She's a-
actress.
she's a badass.
There was this indie film that came out. It was about vampires. Yeah, I know vampires are done to death, but it's this movie called Only Lovers Left Alive. And
Oh, that's a fantastic film. And that
I love that movie. Her and Tom Hiddleston. Oh,
were amazing in that film. Yeah, that was a that it was originally an art film that exploded at one of the film
And
festivals.
it's got
And
John Hurt, and it's got what's his name? The guy who was in Star Trek who died last year. What was his name?
Yeah,
Chekhov.
Yeah, him. He was
Yeah.
in that
No,
too.
no, yeah.
no, that film's
It's a really
great.
good movie. It's a really good movie. I know everyone's sick of vampires, but that's one of the few vampire movies I actually.
Yeah, but
as long
that
as they
film
don't
is about
sparkle.
the. Yeah, no
I'd
shit,
watch-
right?
I'd watch a good World of Darkness video of a film, because that's a setting that's really interesting even for film.
Yeah, but
I
you
don't
couldn't
think
do
you
that
could
without
make it.
getting a mature rating.
No,
Oh,
and
I
I
didn't
don't.
realize Jeff
I don't think you could make a World of Darkness film as such, because as much as a lot of what attracts to World of Darkness is the whole setting, you would spend way too much time setting up everything.
I hear
to
sirens.
actually
I hear
get things to actually
sirens.
get action going.
Yeah, that's me. I live in Dallas. That's where all the bad shit happens.
Yeah, but I mean, the Warcraft film didn't have that much exposition. You were bombarded with names and places, but the exposition was minimal.
Yeah, but that was the plot of the very start. The first, they were just setting up an entire setting, and that's all that movie was just setting.
I really liked that movie, actually.
Really?
Warcraft
It wasn't
one,
bad.
yeah.
It was entertaining.
I'm not a fan of Warcraft, but I thought it was really entertaining.
Yeah, I've
The
never played
human
that game for
acting
9
was
years.
so bad.
The acting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the human acting, but
Yeah.
the CGI acting
Oh,
was great.
Yeah.
That was creepy. Your door just swung open. What the fuck? Oh, that creeped me out.
Y'all got me skimming my DVD collection now.
Oh, it's funny. You know what else has been being added to the conversation about this idea of whitewashing? Voice acting. People don't have been voicing their opinions that they don't like it when certain characters of
Wait,
certain races.
did you bring that up because of Cuba and the Two Strings? At all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of it. But when people do that, my argument is, I'm like, Phil Lamar, a black man, voices Samurai Jack, a Japanese person. So your argument is invalid. Shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter. Because, like, as far as I'm concerned, like, to an extent, I can sort of understand in context some arguments for whitewashing. Like, if you were to cast an entire movie, you know, about the Civil War, and you had all the slaves played by white people, I could understand why there might be controversy surrounding that. But if it's voice acting, you're playing a character that doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. I don't see why, you have to throw a hissy fit
That
over
might
that
actually
kind of
be
shit.
interesting. Do a Civil War movie with blacks and white races reversed.
Oh my
compared
god,
to the
people
roles they
would
play.
lose
That
their
actually would
goddamn
be
mind.
an amazing little experiment there.
No, Patrick Stewart did that with Othello. He did a photo negative Othello.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
didn't
know,
people
but
get
I would
mad
just
over
like
that
to see
too?
something that was directly based on, slavery, which still seems to be the major focal point for race relations.
Yeah, well, he did. He had the line, I say it gaily, "For I am black," and he said it as a white man, and there was protest and outrage over it. But of course, it was well received because he's a good actor.
Anyway,
I'm calling
guys,
it now, by the way. Outrage for Tara Strong being a white woman and playing that many roles. She's going to be the target. That's my
Anyway,
prediction.
guys, I have basically been doing this entire hangout from my work, and now I need to get home. So,
all right, okay, bye, Tim.
I'll drop out, and the rest of you guys have fun for the rest of the stream.
Bye.
Right on. Good to see you, Tim.
Bye, Tim.
Yeah,
Have
to
a
see
good
you all.
one.
Nice hanging with you.
And
There we go.
then there was one.
And then there
Well,
was
9.
No. I was referring to the fact that only one of my dads is still here.
Oh.
So I do have to say, I think one of the reasons why the new Blade Runner is actually going to be good is simply on the strength of the director. Villeneuve is incredible.
What has he done?
He did Prisoners. He did Sicario. He did Arrival.
Oh, holy
Yeah.
shit. Okay, never mind. I'm actually excited now because I love his
Yeah,
movies.
no, his work with Sicario was fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
So
the
it's
same
just-
I
cinematographer from
I-
Sicario as well.
I
Yep.
love the movie Prisoners. It's one of my favorite movies.
It's a really good
film.
movie.
So good. I know
So is
people
this Blade
shit
Runner
on
going to be
Jake
based on a new?
Gyllenhaal, but still.
No, it's based after the one from the 80s.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
20
gonna
years.
be-
It's taking 20 or 30 years after the fact, and actually, Ryan Gosling's character starts the film looking for Harrison Ford's character to bring him back
Yeah.
to society.
I know people like I know some people who like to shit on Jake Gyllenhaal, but I really like his performance in Prisoners, and I like him as an actor, but that's just me. Like, if you've seen Nightcrawler, holy shit, he's a completely different person, and it's fucking terrifying.
But is this new one going to be another book adaptation, or is this just in new property, new story?
It's new IP.
Yeah, new
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Might
once
work.
they're actually doing something new.
Yeah.
Got it right.
And
Weird.
I'm glad they were able to get Harrison Ford back, because I know he doesn't always like revisiting for properties.
Well, you could have fooled me. Fucking.
Yeah, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Incredible.
this is an unpopular opinion. This is an unpopular opinion. I don't dislike it as much as I dislike Temple of Doom. I fucking hate Temple of Doom.
Okay,
heresy.
Okay.
Oh my god, I can't. Bye, guys. I'm
Heresy.
Exterminatus.
Exterminatus.
And I hate Temple of Doom for one fucking reason. I hate
heretic.
Billy. I hate her so goddamn much. That movie
Okay,
makes me
no,
so
that's
mad because
fair.
she's in it.
That's fair.
At least Kingdom of the Crystal Skull brought Marion back.
Now, that is fair criticism. I did not like her either.
It's interesting. I didn't see the outrage being that justified about the whole. It's got aliens because it's got the freaking power of Christ and a long dead crusader and Nazis in the old one, and just it's got so much ridiculous shit in it. Why is Aliens this much more ridiculous?
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that's the
Okay,
other
that's
thing.
fair.
Like, I didn't
That
care.
is also fair.
I actually
They
didn't
find and
think
open the Ark of the
Shia LaBeouf
Covenant
was
and
that
it melts
bad in it
faces.
either.
And apparently, the writer for Blade Runner 2049 is the same writer as the original Blade Runner as well.
Yep.
Oh.
That's the reason why Ford came back to do it. He was like, I'm not ever revisiting that, and it was because of that.
Yeah. So
I'd love to see them pick up some Asimov books as well. Maybe make some adaptations,
Yeah.
not like Will Smith's I Am Legend,
Robot?
No,
whatever.
my
I
God,
Robot.
that was
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, I Am
my
Legend.
God.
I Am Legend was not an
I
Asimov
am.
book.
No.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
I
I'm-
Robot
No, the
was one of the
Bicentennial
worst.
Man was.
iRobot was a terrible movie.
iRobot was the worst adaptation I have ever seen because it is not even an adaptation. It is
Wait.
just stealing the name of the
I was
book.
gonna say
Yep.
worse than the Last Airbender.
Well,
No,
Wow.
that was bad, but they at least tried to
Oh.
keep
It's
to
like
the
the
actual
equivalency
material.
of it's like Lawnmower Man. That is nothing like the Stephen King book. It's like, what am I even looking at?
talk
Is
about
ha-
a movie that does not withstand.
I had to come in
No.
to the lawn.
Speaking of
man.
Stephen King, is anyone interested in watching it? Because I
Yes,
never liked
actually.
the original.
I am very
I never
interested.
liked the original, so I'm not that hyped for it.
I
That's
I
just
do
me.
not do clowns.
Confirmed for
Oh,
Jeff
God,
Holiday's
fuck
movie
clowns.
night.
No,
Sexual preference
have you
confirmed.
seen-
Oh, you
have
want
you
this?
seen-
You want
Have you
this?
seen that movie Clown? It was
Hmm.
directed
Huh?
by the guy who's directing the new Spider-Man movie, and it was his first movie, and it was originally a fake trailer that came out, but Eli Roth saw it, and he's like, holy shit, I want to make this into a real thing. Contacted the guy, and is like, I'm gonna fund your movie, and then he's been making like hit after hit ever since.
So, unpopular opinion. I think the original Stephen King's It is absolute fucking garbage.
Yes, thank you.
Terrible.
Thank
Nah,
you.
not terrible, but not a great movie, and not as great as people say it is.
It's nowhere near the book.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's also. I mean, Stephen King came out himself and was like, "No, this is bad."
I mean,
Well, that's
there-
like the
know,
Thinner, I
there's
believe it was
that
called.
there's that
Mhm.
scene in the book.
Thinner.
There's a scene in the book where the girl has sex with all of the male characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Oh,
That was-
anything by
all
Clive
about that.
Barker. Anything by Clive Barker. Bleak, get your butt off the screen. Nobody wants to see
Yeah.
you, slut.
like Hellraiser. I love
Yeah.
Hellraiser.
You need to get your kitty one of those butt jewels.
Whoa. Yeah.
She would not suffer the indignity.
The only thing that redeemed the original Stephen King's It is simply Tim Curry. That was it. That's the only thing that was good in it. Everybody else who was in it, the acting was shit.
I
The
thought
story
the
made no
kid
sense.
actors were okay. They were better than the adult actors.
They were better than the adult actors. That's true. But like the end scene was so fucking shit.
This is battery acid. Now you disappear.
Yeah. And that CGI spider was so bad.
Oh, it's a giant spider.
It's something else that never held the test of time. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, not like Claymation does. You can go back and watch Claymation, and it's still just as creepy.
My favorite
Tim Burton.
adaptation of a Stephen King novel is The
Tim
Shining. And I know how upset Stephen King is about that adaptation. He hates that movie.
Which one?
Stephen King hates Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
Oh, does he really?
Yes, he does.
That movie. He hates it, and it's like that's my favorite adaptation of any Stephen King novel because I'm not a big Stephen.
Until
King
the Dark
fan.
Tower.
That's another. That's a wait. That's the one that's getting made right now, right?
With Idris Elba and McConaughey.
Yeah, people
I'm
aren't
excited.
happy that they,
I am
that
too.
they-
It'd be an
that they
interesting
race
one.
Ben. There's some people who got triggered by the fact that they race bent the main character with Idris Elba,
Oh, they
which
can
I
go
have
fuck
no problem. I
They-
have no problem with it because Idris Elba is so hot. Oh god.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
No, but
here's-
it's the double standard that's
Yeah,
bothering.
that's true. That's
Mm-mm.
true.
No,
No,
that's
that's
not the problem I have. That's not the problem I have. The problem. This is the problem. So it's the first. If it's just the first book, if they only make the first book, then fine. It doesn't matter. It's no big fucking deal. But the thing is, there are 4 main characters in the book series. You know, there's the gunslinger, there's Jake, there's fucking Eddie, and then there's Detta/Odetta/Susanna, whatever the fuck name she needs to be. And she, part of her character development is that when she slips into her brain damaged, like vicious, nasty personality, she is an out and out hateful, evil racist. She hates white people. And one of the big points of contention in the book that they have to overcome is her hatred of Roland, the gunslinger, because he's white. So the question that people have is, because race does play a major development point for one of the major characters, and in relation to the main character, how are they going to just erase that from her? Because it's an important part of the book.
You can't. Yeah, that's essential to the character.
Because
So-
that character is black in the book, correct?
Yeah, she's
Okay,
a
so what they're
disabled black
probably-
woman.
What I see is gonna happen. They either they're gonna cast a white woman because the idea
No,
of a
it
white
wouldn't work.
person.
Wouldn't
I
work.
know. I'm saying the idea of a white person hating a black person might fit better to some people's worldview, or they're just gonna make it so she hates men.
Well, the whole reason why she's so brain damaged and has these multiple personalities is because of a hate crime that was committed on her because she was a little black girl. So, like, it falls apart. So they have to erase huge, major character development plots from Susanna, and that's sad. That's sad. So that was the big point. That was a big problem that I had with it. I think Idris Elba's going to do great.
See,
you know.
That's what I'm thinking. Then they might have it so that her other personality will probably just hate men in general instead of like a specific like race. That's what I think they might do. That's
Maybe,
what I
yeah.
think they might do.
That's
It's
actually
work
more
around
likely considering what's going on today.
Yeah. Considering the political sphere of the of the time, it may work better narratively as far as the movie goes.
Yeah, but in the same respect, we're talking about something that's essential to a fictional character. Like whenever in a lot of these situations, when in a lot of these situations, it's just because of the appearance, as opposed to this will definitely change the narrative of what many consider to be a fantastic work.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that when I was originally saying go fuck it, but because I don't read Stephen King. I
don't either. I don't like Stephen King. I prefer Dean Koontz.
Well, I read mostly science fiction, so I read stories like Ender's Game.
Yeah.
And all the series in those. Yeah, I know the author is an asshole, but the books are not so bad.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Ender's Game. That's just me. My favorite sci-fi story of all time is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
Yes.
Oh man.
It's a good one. It'll never get a movie, thank God.
I'm looking at the
like
director.
The director of what? Of the Dark Tower?
The director of Dark Tower is not very impressive.
Uh-oh.
What's he made?
Nothing extremely notable. He's done good writing. Like he helped write the screenplay for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which fair. But like as far as his directing credits. A Royal Affair, never heard of it. Truth About Men, never heard of it. Island of Lost Souls, never heard of it. King's Game, never heard of it. And like some of them are rated 7 on IMDb, and a lot of them are rated not good on IMDb. So I don't know.
Swedish girl with a tattoo or American version?
American, unfortunately.
Okay.
Swedish is way better.
I haven't seen the David Fincher version, but I love David Fincher as a director, so I do want to watch it.
Visually, it's gorgeous, but everything else just falls flat compared with the EU version.
That's how I feel about there's this vampire movie called Let the Right One In.
Oh my God, yes.
Let Me In. Yeah, that's I hate Let Me In. That movie's garbage. But Let the Right One In is fantastic.
Well, we'll see. Maybe there will be. Maybe Dark Tower will end up being like a passable enough film. And if they continue with it, they'll get somebody with, I don't know, a better style or something to do the next ones. We'll see.
Can they maybe make it a sequel to Dark Crystal?
Oh no, please no!
No, it's not.
No.
There's always one.
There's always
one.
You just dropped a nostalgia bomb on my life. Oh god.
Triggered. I'm triggered.
Yeah, that actually.
I think there's some.
Jeff, just think about it. Gexes
I
are
think-
so cinch. It all makes sense.
I think the Dark Crystal is amazing, but I also think it's a product of its time. And I think that any remake that they would try to make, it would just be a hollow shell of what the original was, and it would be kind of insulting to the original. So there are movies that I firmly believe that just shouldn't have a sequel, because it's not going to get done right.
Right.
No.
Total fucking Recall.
It'd be very hard to make a sequel.
Yes, Total Recall is a good example of that.
That movie should not have been remade.
No, it should not have, because that remake was
That
fucking...
movie should
One
have
of
never
the
been
few
made to begin with.
exceptions. One of the few exceptions that I thought was Dread, but then again, the original wasn't that good. It's fun, but it's not necessarily good.
The remake is
I
really
like
good.
that.
Yeah.
I like that actor. He was in Riddick, and I liked him in.
Carl Urban.
Yeah.
I remember him from Lord of the Rings. That's
So,
about it.
Theodred? What was his name? Eomer.
He had the
Eomer.
dude with the bush
Eomer.
and long.
The big thing for me is so like Total Recall, like the remake is bad by comparison to the original. If the original had never existed, it wouldn't have been as bad.
No, it wouldn't have been as bad.
But it also, like, they leave out so much in the remake as well, and then they also butcher so much in the original when you look at like the original source material for Total Recall. Dread, on the other hand, what's fascinating about Dread is since it's based on a comic book that's been going for decades and decades and decades, like both the cheesy, campy Sylvester Stallone one and the new absolutely brilliant Kyle Urban one both have a place because they both could represent different publishers that tackled Dread.
No, Stallone's Dread. Dread never takes his helmet off. This is unforgivable. That's heresy.
That is heresy. That is absolute heresy.
Doesn't matter if he's in the shower, he's still wearing it.
Oh, side note,
Doesn't
because
matter if he's making love to a woman. That helmet is not.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that matters.
Would they want him to take the helmet off though? I mean, come on.
That's how I felt about Kylo Ren when he took his
Side
helmet
note, real quick, Steve, is since you're into like figs and minis, I once had an entire squad that I ordered. I had to order the old pewter ones of Adeptus Arbites, the old ones, and I painted them up just like Judge Dredd.
Oh, have you not seen
I wanna
Warlord
Judge
Games
Dredd
Dread
film.
minis? There's an entire range of them.
Really cool, absolutely.
Then
But,
there
yeah,
was the
that's all
RoboCop remake.
that was terrible. Everything about that was shit. It was terrible.
There was one thing about the movie I liked. I liked Gary Oldman's character, and that was it.
There you go. There's a link in the Hangouts.
Oh yeah, he
for
was
the way.
in that. Yeah.
Check that one out later.
I don't even remember which character he played.
He was like the head scientist who was basically trying to help RoboCop integrate into his new body and everything, and he was the only one who really showed him any humanity. And I'm like, I like this guy.
Look,
Honestly,
if I could have a remake of RoboCop, it would have basically been Hardcore Henry. Hardcore Henry set as a RoboCop setting would have just been.
Yeah.
That would
I
have
haven't
worked.
seen it yet. I want to see it. I haven't seen it
It's
yet.
worth it.
Has anyone seen Repo Man?
No.
Wait.
The old
Repo
school?
Man, as in the remake of Repo the Genetic Opera?
No,
one?
no, Repo Man.
Repo Man.
Yeah, Repo Man, the classic fucking. Oh, they remade Repo Man with Jude Law and Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
What?
Is that the one where they reclaim organs or something like
It's
that?
a good film.
No, that's
Yeah.
the one we're talking about, where they repo organs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the musical. That's the only one that exists in my mind.
That's a good film.
Don't get started on musicals because someone is going to do the Major General song before long.
See, I thought you were talking about Repo Man with Emilio Estevez, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, classic Harry Dean Stanton movie, dude. Yeah, cool."
No, not at all.
I gotcha.
Of course, Jeff goes straight to Emilio Estevez.
I mean, it's Emilio. Free Jack was like my favorite movie for the longest time when I was a little kid.
I became
Can't with you
acquainted with
right now.
Emilio Estevez because of the Mighty Ducks movies.
Come on, it had Mick Jagger. Yeah. It's great. Amazing.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna try to let someone else join in. Talk to you later, guys.
All right, later, Derek. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, I'm about to drop out as well because I'm being called away.
Uh-oh.
I will spot you lot later.
All right. See you later, man.
Have a good one.
Oh, man.
Another poor victim falls to the patriarchy.
I just noticed. I didn't realize Snooki had left. What the hell?
Yeah, he left about.
Yeah, just a few minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm an asshole.
By the way, if anyone liked that cat on stream, if you're willing to take it off my hands,
I'm good. I don't need another cat.
I love the kitty.
No, I have a problematic
shave
dog.
her and send packs of her fur off to people. I'm sure.
Yeah, I already have a cat and a dog, and the dog and the cat already terrorize each other.
Both
I
our
miss being
cats
able to wear clothes that aren't covered in white fur, and her tail's black. So conversely, if it's white, it's covered in black fur.
I know your struggle. I have 6 of the little bastards.
Oh, we have
Same
4.
with dogs, man. Same with dogs.
I need to shave Kitty again because she's getting all yicky. We'll shave our cat.
You know that somebody's going to cut that part of the stream out, right?
Oh yes.
Shave the kitty.
Yes, Jen
I love
saying
you,
she
but
shaves
yeah.
Shave the kitty.
That one's getting rehosted. No, chat. I'm not giving you any ideas.
No.
That is so mean. So cruel.
Oh, Christ. My God.
Speaking of miniatures games, returning to that, by the way, did you see the Mars Attacks minis game that Mantic Games did?
I did see those. Those looked pretty interesting.
That's actually a fun game. Not only the model's great, but it's actually a fun game. It's like original XCOM in terms of difficulty. Like just on the first turn, a random shell wipes out half your force just because it felt like it.
Nice.
That's kind of brutal it is.
Oh,
Even your standard unit just has Yeah, basically. Your average unit just has life expectancy of about 2 turns, if they're lucky.
I hear Mars Attacks and all I can think of is that awful 90s movie that I fucking love.
Yeah, that's what it's based on.
Oh my god.
The alien? Oh my god.
is so
Yeah.
It's like,
Ack,
it's
ack, ack.
such a bad movie, but it's amazing.
That is exactly what it's based on. It's got all the minis, and they're all based on the old Mars Attacks property.
Oh my god. It was like, it's like a guilty pleasure movie. I love that movie.
There's a link in the Hangouts, by the way.
Stoned out of my gourd.
Back when Tim Burton still made good movies.
Tim Burton made good movies? When?
Okay. In his defense, I saw Big Eyes, and I liked that movie.
I won't watch it. I won't watch any of his shit anymore. Not for he killed my childhood. Fuck Tim Burton.
And I liked Frankenweenie.
Craps.
Frankenweenie was adorable.
That's not new. That's old.
That's
Fucking
really old.
I know, but still, I'm saying, like, there is some of his stuff that he's made it more recently in his wheelhouse that I still enjoy. I can't bring myself to ever hate Tim Burton because he's probably, like, one of my favorite directors in the sense that he kind of influenced a lot of my tastes that I have now. So.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
That movie's a guilty pleasure for me. That movie's a guilty pleasure.
Charlie.
That's one of those
Charlie.
Oh,
and
where
the
it's,
Chocolate
You're gonna hate
Factory.
Me. You're gonna hate me. I like that movie better than the original.
Gotta go, guys.
How dare you?
Well, it doesn't hurt if you hate the original, and I hate the original.
Get
I
out.
have always hated it.
Wow.
I don't like the new one, but I've always hated the original.
Oh, Gene Wilder
Damn
is
you,
just so
Polio. We hate your
creepy.
characters.
He has this Michael
it gets
Jackson
better.
level
It gets
creep.
better. I have read every single Roald Dahl book, and the only one I could never finish was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Charlie and the Glass Elevator. Could not read those two books. I had read every single one of his other books and loved them as a child. Hated Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I can't do one more scene that takes place in a fucking attic. I can't do one more scene with horizontal black and white stripes. I can't do one more scene with Johnny Depp.
Oh god.
And the woman that he always has with the giant bulging fish eyes.
Oh god.
I hope zombie went poof.
I kicked her out because she said she liked that one better than the original.
You're so mean.
She's probably still trying to talk. How dare you?
I sent her the link again so she can jump back in, but
Oh shit.
no, ma'am, no.
You've got to have standards.
You do not diss Gene Wilder. Oh my
Oh
god.
no, I'm not dissing Gene Wilder. I just don't like the movie.
Oh, that's fair. That's fine.
I don't think Gene Wilder is a bad actor. I just don't like the movie.
No, yeah.
All right,
Oh, no.
serious question. What is the best comedic film in history, and why is it Blazing Saddles?
I was about to say Blazing Saddles. Because the sheriff's obviously,
Where are the white women at?
Oh god, I hope Zombie's not actually pissed at me.
She might be.
She might
your
be.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Check your Patreon.
If you notice, you're missing a few extra dollars.
Oh shit. But yeah, I mean, Tim Burton had some really classic movies back in the day. Most people have never seen Ed Wood, and I think that's one of
That's a fantastic film.
It's an incredible film. Absolutely wild.
So you're going to put up a list of your recommended reading and movies, or what?
Nah.
Okay.
It took you less than 1 second to answer that fucking question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah, actually, I think the last one of Tim Burton's that I legitimately enjoyed was Mars Attacks, actually. Even everything after that, I just can't get behind. Sleepy Hollow was not that good. Planet of the Apes was shit. Big Fish was okay.
A ton of people hate on Mars Attacks, and it's just like the perfect guilty pleasure, especially because it came out the perfect time because we'd had Men in Black, we'd had Independence Day, we'd had like all these alien films, and there was an obsession with it in the 90s, and it just came out at the perfect time.
Yeah, I agree. Shit, it's not letting me invite Zombie back in. Now I feel like such an asshole.
Jeff, did you never watch that, Demon Barber of Fleet Street? What the hell was his name? Why do I remember the rest of the title and not the main part about it?
Talking about Sweeney Todd.
Yes, Sweeney Todd. I was
I
about
did
to say
not.
Harold Shipman, but that's an entirely different murderer.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You
I
should
didn't.
probably DM her the link on Twitter, Jeff.
I did. I think I have to send her a direct invite to her email.
As a former musical theater actor, I had to see that film just to see how bad it was, and I'm pretty sure I got AIDS after seeing that film.
Yeah,
like it was really, really fucking bad. And of course, there was an attic and stripes, so I literally just wanted to toss popcorn and piece the fuck out. Like I couldn't do that.
The cancer in that film killed more people than Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, hey Jeff.
Mhm.
Zombie said it's not letting her come back in.
Yeah, I know. I just sent her an invite through her email, and hopefully that'll clear it.
Close and reopen the browser.
Yeah.
Try switching it off and on again.
It's just like
I had that problem earlier when I first came in. I got kicked out and then I had to come back in.
Yeah. Oh no. That's what I get for. I know. I fucked it up.
You tried to be too funny, Jeff.
I did.
So mean.
I bonered it.
Your inner edgelord got
Shut
to
her
you.
down, you patriarch.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Silencing the elbows.
I did it for Gene. But yeah, no, wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. What the hell was I even thinking about? I was thinking about something specific. Oh yeah, I keep trying to get a hold of Habib because he's actually watching that Sargon stream, and I'm talking to you guys, but I just like every now and then I'll click over and look at the chat, and like the chat is savage. I don't know what the fuck is going on over there.
Are they lighting them up?
Dude, they are getting spicy. Like Sargon's entire they have something like almost 4,000 people. I saw it was over 4,000 at one point. 4,000 people watching, and fucking the whole chat is like, "Ooh, Sargon just got owned," and I'm like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" So,
Gonna have to watch it. Woo.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
I'm gonna have to watch that once it's yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Sargon to get invited on Dave Rubin's show because that's just gonna happen. To be frank, he's had everyone else.
They've talked before on. I mean, they talk actually quite frequently, like in private. I know that for a fact because I talked to Dave about it.
Both similar political stripes, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. No, when I actually me and Dave, when I met Dave at the talk up in Portland, we talked about Sargon and Sargon getting kicked off Twitter for a while. So they know each other, but I think Sargon's actually been on his show.
Yes,
I think he has.
believe he has. When he did that series with like YouTubers, Sargon was one of them.
Yeah, he's been on at least once.
I've never seen that one.
Mm-hmm.
I also found it really. Let's see, what else has? So it's been Milo and Dave, Milo and Sargon.
I think
and
Milo's
then
been on twice at least.
Dave
and
I think all three of them have been on. As much as I know you love them, but I know all three of them have been back and forth on Crowder too.
Yeah.
Who else have they been with? Base Mama's been with several of them.
Well, Liberal Lunacy went on Stephen Crowder at some point. That was entertaining.
Oh
to
yeah,
watch.
she did.
Blair was on Dave's show.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I've seen Blair on Dave. I've seen Blair on Stephen Crowder's, I think.
Sargon was on Dave Rubin's show on February 12th of last year and also December 9th of last year.
Hey, Jeff, how do you feel about shitting on other YouTubers, just out of curiosity?
I try not to do it.
Okay. You don't have to answer the question, but how do you feel about those honey badgers?
You know, every time I've hung out with Mike, Dr. Randercam, it's been a lovely time. He's always really funny. Every time I've hung out with Allison. She's been really kind. She talks a lot, but I mean, you know, she's always been wonderful and sweet to me. I've hung out with Karen once, and she was very lovely and sweet to me too. I do not agree with a lot of their opinions. I just don't. None of it has been enough that I've made a stink about it or made a video about it. But I do have some pretty serious disagreements with some of the things that they believe. And we actually almost were not friends because when I was first getting started doing YouTube more actively, me and Men's Rights Edmonton, that weird looking dude, we had it out like crazy. Absolutely had it out like crazy. We were like yelling at each other for a while. And so the honey badgers actually didn't like me for a little bit. So. But yeah,
that's pretty amicable, actually. I gotta say, that's not really a mean word to say.
I try to be even keel about it. Like I try not to, unless somebody has a really, really crazy fucked up opinion. And I will say that they have, but it's been a while, so I just kind of like calm down about it.
Is that the Islam thing?
Yep, that would be the one. And yeah. I disagree a lot.
Yeah. I watch a lot of them and disagree with them. I watch a lot of Crowder and I don't agree with him. Hell, I watch those. Was it Missy J and the other person that do NC Clark?
Yeah,
and they're like pro-lifers and stuff like that. And as much as I agree with a lot they say, there is some things. I guess it's probably unhealthy if you agree with everything everyone says.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Echo chamber-tastic, yeah.
Mm.
If you look hard enough, there's always something you'll disagree with everybody.
Sure. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's interesting too, because like some of my favorite channels to just kind of like put on and absorb their message are people that I really am not politically necessarily aligned with. Like Anthony Brian Logan, that dude is phenomenal. He's fantastic. But he's a black conservative Republican, and I'm not a Republican, and I'm not very conservative at all. But I love hearing his viewpoint, even though I disagree. Because he's smart. He's smart as fuck. And he's got great points. So.
There's a certain level of intellectual honesty to listen to your opponents, especially their better speakers.
Exactly. Absolutely.
I can't say I've ever disagreed with you that much, Jeff, but then you don't seem to have so much of an opinion on most things.
Oh, yeah.
You more seem to react to stuff than have your own agenda.
I have a public opinion.
I don't really keep a whole lot in, it's more, I just try and maintain a certain sense of like relevance. I'll hold opinions about things if I feel like they're relevant at the time, but if they're not too relevant, I'm usually just kind of absorbing, I have some very strong opinions coming soon.
Ooh. Well, this is going to be juicy.
Yeah.
Science or political?
Mostly political. Because we're entering into a new age. We all aboard the Trump train. Choo choo! Let's go!
No.
My enthusiasm is slowly being eroded and destroyed, and I'm not very happy. I'm still being objective and waiting to see if things are going to be horrible as all the doomsayers say they will, which they probably won't, but they're bad enough that I'm starting to form very strong opinions about them. So
I don't think Trump has the political following to do half of what he's proposing or half of what he's trying to do. Because if he does something against, say, gay rights, for example, he's just going to end up with burning cities, and he's going to get thrown out real quick.
I don't think he would. I don't think it's in his personality to do so.
Yeah, at the same time, he's not even proposed doing so yet.
Mm-hmm. He hasn't said he's going to keep protections in place.
I think the bigger concern I have at the moment, and this could change very obviously, but is that if we continue to allow the shit with Antifa and constant protesting and constant bitching and constant moaning, people are going to start trying to shut other people down, and it's just going to become a clusterfuck. If they want to push him, I feel like he very well could go authoritarian very easily, and what they're doing and what the people on the far left are doing is not helping. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's pushing things further in that direction.
I think we've already begun that process, though. I mean, it's already starting to head in that direction. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I mean, most of you knew where I'm from and where I live. And so, like, my social media feed is mostly about Betsy Davis, like, and that appointment, which is a legitimate concern.
Yeah, it is a legitimate fucking concern.
I must say, I was
Is that your education person?
Yes.
I was rather pissed off when she was confirmed.
Yeah. But I mean, there's also interesting aspects to that too. Like the nuance in Devo's confirmation is like, it's true her religious.
It's killing me. It's DeVos.
DeVos, whatever. DeVos. Okay.
Oh, Jeff, just so you.
Triggered Jen.
Sorry, Jeff. Just so you don't get a big head, by the way, learn to wear a suit properly and dress yourself nicer. Just deflating yourself back down.
All right. But so it's true that like her religious views are abhorrent, and having her in charge of education is terrifying. But then again, there's also the issue of public schools are a fucking huge problem in America, and I don't really think what she's. Oh gosh, I'm echoing through you, Derek.
Oh, sorry. I'll get my headphones back on real quick.
Okay. So it's a terrifying concept for sure for her religious views, but our public schools have been shit for a while, and the what would you call it, establishment people that otherwise probably would have gotten the appointment haven't really been helping. No. So I just don't know. Maybe like pushing for charter schools will actually cause other states to maybe like figure out better funding programs for public schools so they can compete. I don't know.
Yeah, I can vouch for how bad our public
could come out.
Yeah.
I think there's a few things with her that could potentially lean, in my view, lean positive. I really would like to see someone that, like, I would like to at least hear that she doesn't like Common Core. I absolutely hate Common Core. It's fucking cancer. It is horrible for people that are smart. It is horrible for people that are not smart. It's all about mediocrity, and I have a serious fucking problem with it. So it's I know she has no actual power, but if she was against it, I would like that. And I am okay with the idea of choice and vouchers and charter depending on how it's administered, it's at least worth talking about. And everyone wants to shut down that conversation immediately. And I'm not necessarily, I don't think that that's constructive. Because like you said, the people that we've had haven't done anything.
All right, so it is 1:30, so we're going to go offline and talk for a little bit more. But for everybody else who's watching live, thank you for joining us. People who see it in the future, this video is over. Bye, guys.
Well, I think you have to do